Behold, a big bald bozo with an axe. For his sins, he must pay an eternal tax, more mental than physical. Watch the pain turn to rage as he chops down the hand-printed tree. Agonizing memories of the past dwell in his head. He'll never be free. He allows himself a minute of sadness before getting a hold of himself. Beside him is a boy. Next to Mr. Meatman Bozo, he looks like a toy. Let's tie this hunk of wood to the boat. Yes, I can carry it with one arm, but now's not the time to gloat. Let's row down the river and head into the hut we call home. Assemble the chopped wood into a pyre and cremate your late mother's body with the help of hot fire. Let's sit here in silence as we watch the flames wither Faye's body to ash. Let's listen to the resonant, moving sounds composed by Bear McCree, which elevate the game by a multiple of 3. You're soon greeted by a tattooed man who seemingly signs his own death certificate by slapping Meatman across his hairy mug, compared to whom he looks like a bug. Turns out Bugman won't be so quick to lose. Brace yourself, from here epicness ensues. You've got cinematic angles and thrill rides through the air. The ground splits beneath your feet. Your butt cheeks are clenched in your chair. The premise here is simple. Fulfill Meatman's wife's wish of having her ashes thrown from atop a mountain. But what happens along the way is what holds your interest. Colorful fleshed out characters and many strange happenings. A ginormous friendly serpent and environments beyond your imaginings. The game's not linear or open world, it's in that sweet spot in between. You have freedom to explore with gentle guardrails that keep the game feeling tight and focused. The pacing here is perfect. Yes, Atreus is by your side the entire way through, but don't worry, you don't need to play as him unlike in God of War 2. He doesn't get annoying either. He's actually quite helpful when you're in the heat of combat and need a quick breather. Your main weapon here is a satisfyingly hefty axe. You can throw it as you please and call it back with ease. It cleaves through buffoons before it lands in your grip with a weighty thump. Its mechanics are so wonderfully designed that just throwing it back and forth is enough to tickle your brain. You get the blades later, but the axe is your main. Each punch and slash offers a satisfying sense of oomph, a tangible feeling of ripping through meat and bone, tendons and ligaments. This sense of satisfaction extends to all movements. From opening chests to sprinting, it all tickles the brain thanks to a harmonious blend of audio and visual feedback. Just walking around, taking in the scenery, or admiring Meatman's juicy character model is enough to keep you entertained, because every fiber of this game's being busts at the seams with luxury. There are armors galore, from ugly yellow yucks to badass legendary pieces. Upgrades are in no short supply. When you see the blue minion or the squeamish civilian, just stop by. Break everything you find, not just because it's pleasing to watch the physics at play, but also because they contain coins to be used to purchase goodies from these goons. The level of granular detail here stays consistent throughout. There isn't a single texture that wasn't showered with love. Activate rage mode when push comes to shove. This is one of the most polished games to have ever been made. Even the level of detail on the damn door of your hut is insane. You can't help but stop and stare. There are no pop-ins, glitches, low-res textures, nada. Just a psychotically polished experience where you're given reins of a weary father. The vibrant colors burst from the screen like ripe berries in your mouth after the softest squeeze. From grand monuments to deep blue waters. From snow-capped mountains to fiend-infested floors. From otherworldly creatures to green hippity-hoppiters. From a humble shed to a talking head. From crater-forming chaos to tender moments of expression. From big bombastic duels to charmingly pathetic peasants. From eye-wateringly picturesque vistas to excruciatingly challenging beaches. There are many mind-blowing moments throughout, from the thrilling initial encounter with Bugman to the goosebump-inducing sequence of attaining the Blades of Chaos to this, that, those, thems. This is not a game. This is a portal to an alternate reality that grabs hold of your brain and injects it with a serum of hallucinogenic properties and takes you on a fantastical trip where reality is forgotten and bliss is begotten. Oh, and the entire shit is a single shot. An extra offering no one requested, but it's still very impressive. After the main story is finished, you still have uncharted territories that call to be explored, hidden areas that previously needed to be ignored. Backtrack and find what you missed. There are many a stimulating side quest. Most of all, you just want an excuse to keep playing the game, because there are few others that can make you feel a sense of wonderment the same.